Oh, it's gonna be one of those videos, huh? Oh boy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club, a game suggested en masse by my YouTube recommendation feed. And my buddy Markiplier played it. He said it was really, really good. Okay, so hey guys, this is a bit of an off-topic video for me to do, and I wanted to try something different for once. So I'm gonna play a game that I've never played before, which is a Doki Doki Literature Club, and I've heard a lot of things about it. I've seen some things about it, but I haven't really watched the whole thing. So, I just thought it'd be a good idea to play it today, and I heard it was a horror game, but I don't know. Nothing really scary happens just yet. So this is going to be part one of an ongoing series where I just play Doki Doki Literature Club, because I've heard a lot of good things about it. So I was just thinking, yeah, maybe I just play that thing. And I don't think I can fit all of it into one project, one video. All that I played today, because it's like 3 hours worth of content that I played today. So, I'll just be saying that, it's unlike anything I've done before, on this channel. I usually just play, platformers. I played Forsaken for a little bit. I was on a Forsaken spree. I played Classic Arena for a little bit. I was on one of those Classic Arena sprees. And, I just really wanted to play this game. It just looked really interesting. Gameplay did not start at 51. Don't believe that. And, I just thought it'd be interesting to do. Because, you don't really see me playing these kinds of games around here. It's some kind of thing it's really different for me. So, anyways, I'm just gonna get on with it because, I don't really know what else to do. I hope you enjoy. Goodbye. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. The kind of friend you never see yourself making a day, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more frequently. I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Will. Will people stare at you for acting weird and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something? Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Will, have you decided on a club to join you? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of many conversations where I would dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years. Because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. You know, I think, for some odd reason, something bad is going to happen. You know, because I know there's something bad is going to happen in this video, because I've heard it. I know something bad is going to happen, but I don't know what that bad thing is. Yeah, I guess you'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised that I let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about me so much makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Oh boy, here we go. This is the part. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come out of the classroom while I'm spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you plumbing out of the classroom, but I just saw you sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement. So I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Beanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Hey, oh, they said the thing.
Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less.
Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And that Suki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to plan all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. What? I like this one. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, well, what a nice surprise. I've seen girl 3 somewhere. And I think... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly
Adrian.
cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, whoa.
Okay, hold on. Just listen for like a second. Okay. You're the nice long hair. Purple's my favorite color, actually. Nice purple long hair, lavender eyes. Calm figure.
Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid. I told you, see, look, this guy gets it. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Yeah, I knew it. That one's the Monica one. That was Monica.
That's right. It's great to see you again. Monica smiles sweet. Whoa. Okay, now, what, maybe? What? Who said that? We do know each other well. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. So many blazing Monica now. Basically completely out
In my league. So having her smile so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Will. We made room for you at the table. So you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? You'll be drinking up that tea. Oh my days. Yeah. Who said that? As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica. And one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri over to the corner of the room. Or walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh my day! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and the little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you know, you dummy. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic. Oh! No, wait. I understand it now. So, do these girls have, like, what is it called? Hold on. Oh, I remember this one's a tsundere, right? Tsundere? I don't know. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a good pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Ooh. I'm gonna let her intimidate me. Yo! Who is in my house? Gang! Get out! Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider joining the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... It's okay, don't be embarrassed. Make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. But I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. That's what I do. That's my job. I do YouTube. Yes, that's what I do. I would know. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really glow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted at the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. And Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, wait a sec. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Who said that? Yeah. Swear there's somebody in my house right now. I know it. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. That level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is so amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes look that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to throw you completely for a loop? Huh. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror. Horror. Writers throwing you for a loop. Where have I heard this before? Yeah, I don't know, actually. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. with someone as gentle as you. Guess you could say that. Yo, alright, so we gotta get this guy out of my house, man. This is like getting absurd, man. Not saying these things. But his story makes me think, or it takes me to another world, and I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Yeah, your cupcakes, your poem. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulder. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess, sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri quizzically look at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them to each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member. What am I talking about? I think it'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Will? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any shit. I'm joining this club. For somebody. Okay, I'm not gonna name who, but it's somebody here. It could be anybody. Maybe purple hair. Long purple hair. Lavender, nice lavender eyes. But I don't know. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Well, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful... Okay. Well, I never said that I wasn't going to write any poems. I never said I just wanted to hang out. Maybe I want to write a few poems too. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. What am I playing right now? Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. You really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Not gonna regret coming here. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Will, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Will, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore. She always stayed after school for club. Sure, might as well. Yay. Alright. Finally out of there. We're touching grass. We're in nature, right? With that, the two of us depart from the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, hello, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. I want it. All right. I'll just need to make the most out of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. How about climax? Whirlwind. Yes! Frightening. Yes! More. Fear. No! Ribbon. No! Crimson. Yes. Massacre. Yes. Starscape. Yes. Underquitted. No! Vivacious. Yes. Heaven sent. Hold on. Was lust a word on there? I'm gonna have to go back. I don't know who likes lust. Imagination. Misfortune. No! Who likes Doki Doki? You do. Infallible. Tenacious. Romance. No! Uncontrollable. Whoa. Yeah, why do you like that word? Is something gonna happen that I don't know about? I don't know. Alright. Anxiety. Yes, yes. See, like, I knew it. I knew she was gonna like those words. Hi again, Will. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Will. Oh boy! Oh boy! I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. So they already told me you didn't even want to join clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the fluff room. Who did that? Yo. Well, hold on. Who was that? Okay. Natsuki finds herself sucked between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops into the back of her seat. Don't worry, guys. Will always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work. Oh, I'm having fun. Always helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sarah, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Hee hee hee. You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come you and Will can become good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori becomes oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something. She did? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, and it's really not. What do I do? Sorry, Yuri. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Yes, please do. I do actually want it, believe it or not. Please. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? That's what I'm saying. See, look, this guy gets it, okay? This guy, we got a lot of common here. Okay, we both get the bigger picture of things. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I will definitely read this. I enthusiastically take out the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner, and Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression. She was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad from distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the very first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Oh boy. I would be lying if I said I wasn't excited to see what happened next. Because I am. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Wait, hold on. Is she trying to get me to read with her? Because I'll gladly do that. I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Oh boy. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. So basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she desperately needs to choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Is this trying to reflect the game or something? Because I know it said girl, I know it said she, but I'm getting thrown into this literature club and I gotta choose a person trust and stuff. She's kind of like it a little bit. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came up from nowhere. Aha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. You're not a fan of that sort of thing, Will? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that these kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, it's not because someone wants to be evil. It's because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, you thought you related to the protagonist. It made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is a literature club, after all. That's... Well, that's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Well, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. You sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It says, I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book. Whoa. Okay. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Whoa. Wow. Hold on. Alright, hold on. Okay, lock in. Alright. Hold on. Whoa. Beautiful scenery right here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again. Our eyes meet. I don't know how I will be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own violation. Or violation, I mean. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought. The main character reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. She also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. They're kind of reminiscent of some of your own mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Will, it's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't really know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Yeah. Bro, hold on. We were just doing something. This one is... I think it's about time we share poems today with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. Sorry if you've been looking forward to doing this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ooh. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. What would you prefer if I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be fun to read with you after it picks up a bit again. That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find that much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically fill out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. You should show my poem to first. Well, usually I save the best for last, so we're gonna save Yuri for last. I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing it for Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. This is a good poem, Will. You sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet. That doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Will. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, Trying new things like this for other people. Who said I was selfish? Who said that? I'm not selfish. Right? That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? Now That'll be my way of thanking you. Ouch! Who did that? Excuse me. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Okay. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my pines in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Say, Ori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Or at least that makes me feel a little better myself. Don't be mean. Still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Came out nice. How should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. Guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki. Well, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in the effort. We all start somewhere, right? I'm still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then. Alright, the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you to improve, but you're just better off trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Huh. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. The people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. All my days. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight onto the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess I went more into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor with that last comment. I don't really care about how everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica, because we're saying the best for last. Hi, Will. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up. Huh. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Or else I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Haha. Don't worry, Will. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Will. I was going ooh in my head while I was reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. It's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it, just feel, letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring, learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. It's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. It's the best way to find that kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way now. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Huh. Okay. It's pretty deep. It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. And there's a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be pretty powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect, and then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen at the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. Who should I sell my poem to next? We're actually gonna no, don't skip. How do I save? All right. Let's show it to Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? It's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. Just, there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing is how I recognize in new writers that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's almost as if her demeanor totally changes.